For you, I was a flame. Life is a losing game. Story fire. You can't. Life is a losing game. When I win, I never played. Oh, I don't know. That's John Briding. He and his fiance worked for me for over a year. She cleaned my house and was a nanny, and he did home repairs and yard work. Legally, they spent over a year with me, so their testimony had some merit, even though they were not very good or respectable people, I later learned at that time. But there's more to the story. They changed for the better. My mother is Monica Donnelly. She's been litigating, paying both of my children's fathers for 14 years. Oh, dismiss that. To sue me in family court so I don't get to be with my children at all. It's tragic. What a waste. Waste of love. And so much pain. Yeah, that's Barbara writing checks to herself and forging my signature. She even misspelled my name. She did $10,000 worth of forged checks when I was gone for a week. She is a forger, which is irrelevant to this story because she often forged her fiance John Briding's signature. John Briding signed an affidavit alleging that I drugged, molested, abused, you name the most horrible thing, my son and daughter. There they are. All lies. And 10 years later, I ran into John, and he had no idea about this affidavit that cost me custody, physical custody of my daughter, and destroyed my reputation in ways that are irreparable. Stay tuned. Minute 5. That's my Emma. She hasn't spoken to me in 7 years, and that's my son, who I saw several months ago, even though he lives 1.5 miles away. Parental alienation is child abuse. It's a matter of time. They blackmailed me after they forged for about 1.5 months. And I recorded them on audio. And even the mayor's dad and the police had copies of these audio recordings. Friend of the court didn't want to know. They didn't even listen to the audio evidence. They're so corrupt. They turned a friend of the court investigator with no education or experience in child development whatsoever. A diploma from high school is all he needs. Refused to talk to a decorated Holland police detective who drove on his lunch hour just to convince this guy, hey, I have the audio of these people blackmailing and threatening to go to Jennifer's mom and have her kids slander her, and she's telling the truth. Friend of the court is an abomination and a travesty of justice. More and more, I'm so very sad about it. This part lasts too long. I'm sorry. It's very emotional. I just wanted it all like recorded, and I was crying when I made it.
Holy shit, that's right. Okay. I feel like I'm being interrogated.
Well, you are. Who are you?
John Edward Briding, and I never signed the affidavit back in 06 saying a damn thing about fucking Miles or anybody else.
Miles is my son.
The fuck if I know some.
It's May
24th, 2012.
Okay, you were John William Brighting?
No, John Edward.
Edward, okay. And you can say it one more time, just for the cheap seat.
I never said a damn thing.
Did you sign
anybody? Never signed no fucking affidavit, nothing.
Did my mother ever talk to you?
Yes. Offered me $5,000 to testify against you. And I said, fuck off and shut the door.
She came to you or you went to her?
She came to me at my fucking house, 469 West 30th Street.
And she said what?
She wanted me to take and give her information on you, falsify evidence, do whatever she took.
What did she want you to say?
She wanted me to emphasize everything bad that you've ever done, make up other shit, and basically lie. And I guess she got her fucking way because somehow there's an affidavit that I supposedly fucking signed saying that you were molesting them and every other fucking thing.
Drugging them?
Yeah.
That is gold. John Brighting committed suicide shortly after this.
And today's date?
And he really was, I believe that he had no idea about this affidavit. Keep in mind, his fiancée, Barb, in the picture here, is a habitual forger of all kinds, including when she alleged 3 pages of horrific lies about me for the $5,000. Which she later confessed that she did. She didn't want her name on it, so she signed her fiance's. She forged his signature, and he had no idea the document even occurred. But I lost custody of my daughter, and life has never been as beautiful because of this. And I've run into Barb several times, and she has held me and hugged me and told me that not a day goes by that she doesn't regret what she did, that she just really needed the money. Statute of limitations is over. It's time the truth came out. These are just 2 little people in a 14-year litigation history of the worst corruption possible. And let me just say this. Notaries exist to verify that a person's signature is legally binding and that they're actually the person that's signing a legally binding document. ID is required, 2 forms usually. Witnesses, a seal, their signature. So, if Susan Vroegop, my mother's lawyer, and my mother, Monica Donnelly, sat with Barb to compose this affidavit, 3 pages of just anything, the most horrible thing, I can't even look at it. It's anything horrible you can think about. And then Barb lost her nerve in terms of signing the document, because she didn't want to get in trouble, so she did what she always did with the bills and other stuff. She signed her fiancé's name to it, thinking he wouldn't hear it or find out. That means the notary was either created a felony, because that's a felony, or somebody borrowed the notary seal after hours and used it and forged the notary signature. Either way, this needs to be righted, and the name of the notary is available at the front of the court. I will get it soon. They loved Miles, and I loved them. We were friends. I was so shocked when they turned on me. But when they turned hard and for cash.
Shit, that's right. Okay. I feel like I'm being interrogated.
Well, you are. Who are you?
John Edward Brighting, and I never signed the affidavit back in 06 saying a damn thing about fucking Miles or anybody else.
So who did?
Today's date?
The fuck if I know, son.
It's May
24th. Oh, May 24th, 2012.
Okay, you were John William Brighting?
No, John Edward.
Edward, okay. And you can say it one more time, just for the cheap seat.
I never said a damn thing.
Did you sign
anybody? Never signed no fucking affidavit, nothing.
Did my mother ever talk to you?
Yes. Offered me $5,000 to testify against you. And I said, fuck off and shut the door.
She came to you or you went to her?
She came to me at my fucking house, 469 West 30th Street.
And she said what?
It's not the first time my mother has offered someone $5,000. It's her favorite number.
Falsify evidence, do whatever she took.
What did she want you to say?
She wanted me to emphasize everything bad that you've ever done, make up other shit, and basically lie. And I guess she got her fucking way because somehow there's an affidavit that I supposedly fucking signed saying that you were molesting them and every other fucking thing.
Drugging them.
Yeah.
Complete fiction. 100%. It's indefensible. Evil. Stay tuned for Barbara's testimony. And this is my mother smiling for a picture that I took of her. Wishing me dead and giving me the finger. Her favorite. This is a letter to my dad and my stepmother and my son's father and my daughter's father. And my mother says I do, however, still hope to outlive her, meaning me. See the love in her eyes? I am her only child, and I do not know why she hates me. I do not know. We didn't fight. We didn't have an argument. A bunch of money came after her dad died, and literally that day she made it her mission in life to destroy me. And what do I love the most? My kids. So that's what she attacked. Munchausen by proxy poster child meets covert personality disorder, sociopathic disorder, meets oh. She wrote checks to herself and endorsed them herself, and my bank didn't notice. She did this $10,000. The bank didn't even, they just cashed them. And John Bryden committed suicide. God bless his soul and rest his soul, because he really felt bad and angry. He did not betray me. Barbara did. She's admitted it, and she's sorry. I forgive them. I do not forgive the perpetual and still ongoing hatred towards me and my children being able to love each other and know each other. I just want to love and know my children. That's all I want. I wish my mother the best. But this is criminal. This is caustic. This is nefarious. This is illegal and sinister and hurting two children and me and wrong. Illegal. I'll shut up now. It's just whew. A lot of people have threatened me to do things that they wanted, or give them what they wanted, or they would say things to my mother. There's an open bribe. My lawyer, John Moritz, threw my case. He didn't even tell me about a court date that I was supposed to appear at. My son's father, Bob Kroll, was there and took me there, and we caught them red-handed throwing my case. And he was paid to lose. Anyway, sorry this is so long and sad. I love my mother, and I just want to love my kids too. I don't understand this. I just want peace and love, please. And justice. I miss you, John. R.I.P.